Hello and welcome to another Betfred Sports video right here in the Quest Media Network studio. Peter, welcome back. There's only one place to start today, and that's with the Premier League previews, because Manchester United travel to Aston Villa on Sunday, and that game follows their Europa League victory at Real Sociedad on Thursday night. First of all, what did you make of that game?
Well, it was. I thought United would win 2-0, which was what they required, so they can avoid the playoffs. And now for the Europa League, Betfred have Barcelona as the favourites because they've dropped out of the Champions League and could indeed play United. The draw for that is on Monday. So Barcelona are now the 9-2 favourites, same price as Arsenal, who did qualify straight through.
Yeah.
United have drifted out to 7-1 now because they only won 1-0. Well, that was a bit strange. They put Harry Maguire up front at the last sort of 10 minutes or so. That was a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, last ditch attempt.
Yeah. And then we've got Juventus, who I think are a good prospect. They're another one that's dropped out of the Champions League. They're 11-1. As are Ajax, they're 12-1. So that draw is on Monday. So United have been harking on about how it's only Thursday night football and how it doesn't really matter. Well, it kind of does now because they're going to have Champions League games. Who'd have thought they'd be playing Barcelona potentially, or Ajax, or a proper European powerhouse team, Juventus, for instance. So that's how that's panning out. And then, as you say, we've got United in Premier League action. They're at Villa on Sunday, and the price for that are as follows. We've got United favourites 21-20, Aston Villa 12-5, Cristiano Ronaldo 7-2 to score first. You always feel like he's on the verge of getting a goal, getting back into it. He's 7-2 to score the first goal. Rashford 11-2, and we'll be getting the World Cup. I've got some World Cup odds later, but we have got the team should be announced soon as well, Southgate's team, and Rashford's just coming back into form at the right time. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, it is a big game on Sunday at Villa Park. It's Aston Villa hosting Manchester United, and of course Unai Emery is taking charge of Aston Villa now. I'm not too sure if we're taking charge of this game because of a work visa problem. Do you know any more about that?
Well, even if he isn't taking charge kind of officially, he is in essence, because he'll be in the stand or he'll be watching, and I'm sure he will have had some input into the game.
Yeah.
But we've got, it's just a bit of a kind of a, well, not a mid-table match, but it means more for United's point of view for the top four finish situation than it would do for Villa, who just languishing as they often do in the mid-table. Yeah,
definitely. Well, Unai Emery will definitely be influencing the game from behind the scenes, so that one's got all the ingredients to be a cracker. On Saturday, we've got Manchester City hosting Fulham at the Etihad Stadium. Of course, Manchester City cruising to victory in that Champions League fixture against Villa on Tuesday night. Peter, what did you make of that game?
Well, it was a bit of a flat one, really, wasn't it? It's a bit of a flashback to the past where City pass the opponents to death but don't actually have much up front. You can see why they need Haaland. And Haaland will be back for this weekend's game against Fulham. Premier League outright, well, City are now huge favourites, 1-6. Arsenal, who are still leaders of the Premier League, they're 6-1. United have come in quite sharply now. They're now 33-1, ahead of Liverpool, who are continuing to show their inconsistency. They're 50-1, same price as Tottenham. Chelsea 66-1, and look at Newcastle. They're now 66-1 at Betfred to win the Premier League outright. Got the relegation odds. Nottingham Forest are the odds-on favourites, along with Bournemouth. Wolves are in there as well, 6-4. Southampton 9-4. Leeds not out of the mire yet, despite that great victory at Anfield. They're 5-2. And then we've got Leicester, Everton, and Villa 5-1.
Yeah.
So talking of the City Fulham game, Betfred have City 1-9 to win that game. Fulham 16-1. Haaland, as I say, is going to be back. Says the coach Guardiola, and Haaland is 7-4 to score the first goal. Mahrez 9-2, De Bruyne 5-1, the same price as Phil Foden. And for a Haaland hat-trick, because we haven't heard of one of them for at least a month, have we? That's 5-1 at Betfred.
Excellent stuff. Well, of course, on Sunday we've also got some FA Cup fixtures, and from a local perspective, Curzon Ashton host League One Cambridge United at the Tameside Stadium. So good luck to the Nash in that fixture, and of course, if they do win that one, they pick up £41,000 in prize money, and of course a tie in the second round, and it could potentially be just 90 minutes away from drawing a Premier League side in the third round. So good luck to the Nash. Well, we're going to move into the Rugby League World Cup now, because England take on Papua New Guinea this weekend in the quarter-final. And Peter, the last time I checked in this week's reporter, they were priced at 6-1 to win the competition. Is that still the same?
Yeah, it is. We are getting a lot of money on England. I think people are starting to believe in them now. The third favourite still, 6-1 as you say with Betfred. Australia, well, they're still the odds-on favourites, 4-9. New Zealand 9-2, and as you say, we've got the quarter-final stage. Sean Wayne has now actually come up with his some of the indications of which team he's going to select, and the big issue was on the wing, where it was Ryan Hall or Tommy Makinson or Dom Young. There's three great wingers there, and he decided to drop Ryan Hall. So it's Tommy Makinson, the St Helens superstar. He's going to be starting, along with Dom Young, who has grabbed the tournament and has become sort of the poster boy of the whole thing, certainly of the England squad. So England against Papua New Guinea at Wigan on Saturday afternoon. England 1-25 to win, Papua New Guinea 9-1. Dom Young 9-2 to score first, Tommy Makinson 11-2. Sam Tompkins, he's 9-1, and Jack Wellesby, who is just a stalwart in the team now, established player, he's 11-1 to score the first try.
Excellent stuff. So just to recap, we've got a big weekend of football coming up. So in the Premier League on Sunday, Manchester United travel to Aston Villa, but on the Saturday we've got Manchester City hosting Fulham. And then of course on Sunday, locally in the FA Cup first round, it's Curzon Ashton taking on Cambridge United at the Tameside Stadium. And of course, as Peter just said, then we've got the Rugby League World Cup quarter-final. It's England taking on Papua New Guinea at Wigan's DW Stadium. And if you do fancy a punt on any of those fixtures, Betfred stores are now open, but you can also bet online via their app.